Hey everyone, welcome back to the series where I get more and more mentally deranged with every part. And in today's episode, we'll be getting 100 of every utility block in Minecraft. It is also with a heavy heart that I mention this will be the final episode of said series. After almost 2 months of releasing episodes, we are finally at the finish line. So I'd much appreciate it if the 93% of you who aren't subscribed were, and also like this video. Anyways, enough yapping. Enjoy this final Minecraft part. The first category on our list is interactable blocks, which shouldn't cause us too much trouble if you ignore both beacon blocks and shulker boxes, which could cause me a bit of pain, but anyways, for those who care, here are the blocks we need to get. And first up are anvils, which just required me to visit my nearest iron farm.
Well, I believe after a bit of AFK I've gotten all the iron here if my calculations are correct, so...
And craft up the anvils.
They do stack. There we go. Yep, see? Absolute perfect.
To lead me into barrels, leading me to cause mass deforestation of my nearby forest. And skipping past the beacons, we'll come back to that eventually, but right now we are looking at brewing stands, needing 100 blaze rods, so I went on a little genocide of the native blaze population.
Alright, well we're done here. And there's 100.
Meaning the first 3 blocks have been finished. When that was finished, I went back to chopping some wood to get both cartography tables and chests completed. Next up was getting a total of 1,200 obsidian for ender chests and enchanting tables, which was just a trip to the enderway, so nothing too complicated.
Alright, so we've gotten all of our obsidian here.
Also got the required pearls when I was there.
Nice. Got the perfect amount. Just double check.
And I already had the diamonds for enchanting tables in my storage.
Perfect.
Chiseled bookshelves, crafting tables, and fletching tables only really needed wood, so I won't show me chopping more wood.
Bang. Bang.
Then I went mining for a bunch of stone to get all the furnace types, being normal furnaces, blast furnaces, and smokers, requiring some absurd number of cobble, around 2,400 to be exact.
Alright, and I'm going to be done there for today.
Once I was finished grinding out cobble, I needed to get 3 of the villager trading stations, being grindstones, lecterns, and looms, all of which have some pretty simple crafting recipes, so it wasn't much stress.
I think that should be grindstones done. That has more than enough. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Actually, perfect amount. Nicely done.
Alright, so I've got my loom materials here. I got the strings from my farm, my creeper farm that somehow spawns spiders. But yeah, loom time. We should have enough by my calculations. Perfect.
What's after loom?
Signs are actually deceptively difficult, as there are 2 types, with one of them requiring 6 strip logs to make. So if you do the math, it's around 51 logs for the normal signs and another 102 strip logs for the hanging signs. And keep in mind, this is for one wood type. There are 11 different wood types in this game. You can even hear the moment when I realize this.
We'll get signs first. Oh. Motherfucker.
You know what it's time for? A wood collecting compilation. After that was finished, I went straight to crafting.
So these 3 shulkers are full of all the hanging signs. That means we're done with signs. Fucking finally, took way too long for signs.
Both the smithing table
Bang. Bang. Yep, done.
and stonecutter, again, just required a bit of wood and iron to get them off the list, leaving me with beacons and shulker boxes. I decided to get shulker boxes first, cause it's just way easier than beacons. So to the end I went, spending ages hunting down end city after end city, purging all the shulkers in sight.
Okay, well, here's our shulker thing. So this box also counts. That's what I'm saying. And we're also going to put the chests. Alright. Done.
That leaves us with only one block left, and definitely the most difficult in this category, being the beacon, requiring me to get 100 nether stars, which can only be dropped from the wither boss, requiring 3 wither skeleton skulls to summon, so in total 300 skulls will be needed. So to do this, I need to make a wither skeleton farm, which after getting the required materials...
Okay, so we're back, and I've gone and farmed all the materials for with the skeleton farm, and here it is. So next on the list, we got to go find a Soul Sand Valley Nether Fortress.
Took a couple of hours to make.
Alright, this is the moment of the truth. Apparently the farm is done, so yeah.
And after AFKing at the farm for a few days, I had the 300 skulls ready.
I've gotten all the skulls. So that's cool, isn't it? Well, not all the skulls, I actually need one more, but I was hoping to get that on camera, so I've got all the fellas lining up here. Oh, well, would you look at that?
But no way to farm the wither itself. So underneath the end portal, I built this contraption that just entity crams the wither to death with minecarts.
That's 25 minecarts in one block.
Giving me the 100 stars needed.
Alright, so I'm back, and we've actually finished the AFK, and we've gotten all of our nether stars required. So I'm just going to go up there and mine the pillars for 300 obsidian.
After mining the obsidian, it was finally time to craft.
There's one. There's two. That's actually beautiful.
You know what this means? We have officially finished the first category of this video. The next category we are looking at is the Utilizable category, consisting of all these blocks, of which the conduit, lodestone, and respawn anchor will be the most difficult to get. First up, I decided to try and get bells, which after visiting multiple villages, I realized it was not an efficient method, and went to trade for the bells instead.
Alright, it saddens me to do this, but we're gonna have to break into my cash bank emerald savings account to actually get all these bloody bells, because this guy charges a price of 36 emeralds per bell. So we're gonna bring out the whole army's worth of emeralds. Oh my god, it's here. No way. We've done it. That's the last bell.
Going back a bit, whilst I was waiting for the villager trades to refresh, I ended up getting beds done, which again, I'm not getting all the colours because I'm too impatient. Crafted beehives.
Alright, so after AFKing at the honey farm, I got this again, so yeah, I'm just gonna go get 600 planks and then go and craft the bee boxes.
Thank fuck. That was so annoying. Alright, beehives are done.
Cauldrons.
There we go, this cauldron's done.
And also composters, which was some insane progress.
Dang.
After a bit of a well-earned break, I came back ready to make a good dent into the list. So I decided to start with flower pots, which after a bit of clay mining and smelting, was finished.
Bang. Done.
Actually, whilst the clay was cooking, I flew around with my elytra and killed every cow and horse in sight to gather 200 leather to make 200 item frames, 100 of which will be for the normal item frames and the other 100 for the glow item frames later down the line.
Do we need the glow ones as well?
And once I was done with the item frames, I hit up the mines to get 100 diamonds to make some jukeboxes.
Bang. Bang.
Ladders were probably the easiest on this category, just needed to mine down the bamboo for some sticks.
Alright, pretty easy.
Next up was normal and soul campfires, which just took a lot of logs, coal from my farm, and sticks from bamboo.
Camp.
And soul campfires, I just quickly went to the nether to get some soul soil. Banners just require some sticks and wool. Now, I decided to tackle the task of getting lodestones, and if you take a look at the recipe, you'll know why it's difficult. So when I thought mining for ancient debris was over, it comes back to bite me.
We so back, baby.
400 ancient debris, and a few days later, here we are.
I think I've got all the ancient debris here, so I'm just gonna go cook it up, and yeah. Bang, there we go.
I kind of forgot respawn anchors existed until I saw it on the wiki page. It was kind of a pain farming the gold to trade for the crying obsidian, but we did it.
Yeah, so I have the exact amount of crying obsidian here. We just need the glowstone, so I'm gonna go quickly mine that.
Also, the glowstone was pretty easy to get.
Alright, so I think I got all the glowstone I need, so we'll head back home and craft everything up.
Next was scaffolding, and with the bamboo forest and string from my creeper farm, we were good to go. I didn't realize how hard getting 200 sponge would be, because the first 2 monuments I visited just didn't have a sponge room. But once I found the 3rd monument, every monument after that had a sponge room, so it wasn't too bad of a block except for finding the damn structure.
And another one. Perfect.
Whilst the wet sponges were smelting to become dry, I made the required TNT.
Yeah, who knows when you need more TNT.
And when the sponges were done, we only had 3 blocks left.
Alright, well that's enough.
So coming back the next day from being AFK at the farm, I got my 100 with the skeleton skulls, and yes, I'm only getting one type of skull. I don't have that much time. Well, I do, but I don't want to spend my whole day playing and editing Minecraft. Did I tell you that glow squids have now become my most hated mob in this game? Because getting 100 of those glow ink sacs is not fun, and it's all to just have some pitiful decoration on my item frames I'll never use. They only spawn in dark places below y=30, so off to a deep ocean I went, slaughtering every one of those bastards, until I had 100 glow ink sacs I could use to craft the glow item frames.
I mean, we have it all, but you know, just out of spite, I'm gonna kill this dude as well. Oh, that feels good. Glow item frame. Glow item frame. Not gonna lie, I didn't even know these blocks existed.
Next, I enslaved a 100 block radius of chickens to mass produce eggs for me to make cakes, which is a pretty hard process, as you can only craft one at a time.
Like, look at this. Chickens. We're done. The eggs have been finished.
Last one. 1, 2, 3. This should be our last cake. Bang. Okay, so 27, 54, 81. 90, 99, 100. Yep.
Well, conduits are the last block for this category, and this will be tough, because not only will I have to make a drowned farm for 800 nautilus shells, I also have to find 100 separate buried treasures for the hearts of the sea. So once the materials for the farm had been obtained, I went to a deep ocean and started building, which after an hour or 2 was finished, and with like 4ish hours of AFK, there are around 200 nautilus shells in storage. With some more AFK, I managed to get the net 800 nautilus shells required, leaving me to get Hearts of the Sea, which was completed over the course of multiple days, giving me the necessary resources to craft the conduits.
Ladies and gentlemen, after many trips back and forth to get food and fireworks, and to repair my elytra, I've finally done it. After like 4 days of just grinding out Hearts of the Sea, I have completed it. Now just you watch as we take all this and we craft 100 conduits. That is so sexy. You know what that means? We are done with the utilizable category.
Well, this is kind of heartwarming and sad, as this is our last category of blocks ever. And it isn't even difficult at all, just requires a lot of redstone, but nevertheless, this is a great achievement. First up is buttons, which require every wood type, stone,
Okay.
and blackstone. You've seen me gather all wood types at least 15 times already, so from now on, I'm not showing wood collection.
Easy peasy.
Next was daylight detector, and I did not know how expensive these things are. Like, look at this. That's like 300 quartz right there, and also 300 glass to get these done.
Bang. Perfect.
And surprise surprise, dispensers were also really expensive, requiring 100 bows. Luckily, I had enough string from the creeper farm. Although, it was a right pain in the ass to craft, but we got there in the end.
We have done dispensers finally. That took 5 years of crafting.
With dispensers out of the way, it was time to do droppers, which in comparison was so easy, only requiring some cobble and 100 redstone dust.
Dropper? I hardly know her. Anyway,
Well, next was doors, and I did say I was not going to show you any more wood chopping, so you're welcome.
Yep, that's every block I think, except for iron of course. So we'll go and turn these into logs, craft them up, and easy peasy.
Guess what? I had to do that process again for trapdoors. I won't show much of the crafting because it's just the same, but more of it.
Bang.
I can't catch a break with the wood related stuff because I then went on to make fence gates.
Well, I definitely just committed mass eco-terrorism. Jesus Christ.
Honey was a pleasant switch up of sitting AFK in a farm, waiting for 400 bottles of honey. But it worked, so I'm not complaining. Hoppers, I just used the iron farm. Levers, just mined some stone. And lightning rods, mined and smelted some copper. Note blocks, I just mined some redstone. And of course observers, just a bit of quartz and redstone. Normal pistons were simple too, but I had to kill some slimes to get sticky pistons crossed off the list as well. We are now in the final stretch of this category, with only 15 block types left, so we'll get straight back to work, looking at pressure plates, which again is just every wood type, plus some iron and gold for the weighted versions.
Bang, and that's lightweighted pressure plate done, sorry. Alright, that's that one done. Mangrove, cherry, bamboo, that.
Next was the 4 rail types, being the normal rails, activator rails, detector rails, and powered rails, all of which require a lot of iron. Luckily we have a very efficient farm to fix that issue.
Alright, cool beans. One, two, that's detector rails done. Powered rails. 1, 2, dang.
Then I needed to get a bunch of stuff requiring redstone dust to craft, such as redstone dust itself,
Bang.
comparators,
Comparator. Bing, bing, and that's comparator.
repeaters,
Alright, that's repeaters done.
lamps,
Redstone lamp.
and of course, redstone torches.
Redstone torch. Bang, bang. And that's redstone torch done.
I went to the swamp to pay the slimes a visit and murder them all for slime blocks,
Ooh. Sick.
and immediately got the wheat from my farm. Crafted some hay bales, and made target blocks, leaving us with 3 blocks left. The last 3 blocks on our list. You know, there was a point where I never thought we would make it here, but we are now. So let's smash these out. I had to craft 200 tripwire hooks to make trap chests, and also just for the tripwire hooks, leaving us with 1 block, and its string of all things. I wanted to make this impactful, so I walked around an abandoned mineshaft collecting cobwebs for the string.
One more. This is our last thing we have to get for the whole entire of this series. In 3, 2, 1. We'll fly back, put it into the chest, and we're done. We're finished. It's been a good journey. It really has. But now, we gotta put this to rest in a really good fashion.
I think this challenge, at its core, was meant to be a very innocent take on Minecraft's simplest features of mining blocks and crafting to improve your way of living and increase those odds of you surviving that first night, just bit by bit, upgrading that dirt shack to the mega mansion you'll now call home, and you wouldn't have it any other way. But through the hundreds or thousands of hours this video took to make, that somehow got distorted into the monstrosity that it is now, taxing me mentally and physically, instead of that relaxing and calming experience Minecraft is. So as a finishing touch to my everlasting journey, I decided to rewind and look back on my time in this world by going back to the initial roots of this game about blocks, and built a cozy house deep in a spruce forest where I retired this world to never be played again, and cemented as a memory, not one of pain or hardship, but one of victory, happiness, and most of all, fulfillment. As I was hanging up my armor and tools to lay there to rest, I took one last look at my achievements in this great adventure, whether that be my first steps on the land I would call home for the foreseeable future, or the months on end I spent in the nether, but as all good things must, this will come to an end. And so, I took my seat in the comfort of the place I call home, on my throne of many triumphs, and took a deep breath, and disconnected, once and for all. You know, a great man once said at the end of his tireless war that spoke to me at that moment, which was, "Finally, I'm free."